Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Monday the 16th of May. We've got some new mods. There were some mods over the weekend. I have been asked again if I'm going to go back and retrospectively do all the mod reviews that I haven't done. I've had problems with my back and various different things have been happening. I'm just going to cut off. I'm going to go from here. Again, I don't know what's going to be happening moving forward, but I'll do as much as I possibly can. We've got some updates today. The Claas Tractors package by FS22 that has had a Claas Zerion added to it. The Massive Ferguson 8700S by LS AgrarDesignAustria. The Horse Pasture by AtsVR. The Placeable Filling Stations by AtsVR. And the Concrete Divider by Dazed have all had updates. In front of me, we've got the Fliegl tool pack. This is by AgrarDesignAustria. 2.62 megabytes download. There are 2 slots each. We've got 2 round bale grabs. We've got the small round bale grab and the Profi Combi round bale grab. The first one, the reason behind these being there's not lots of gubbins and stuff here that pushes the grab further out. The further out it goes, the centre of gravity shifts, and it's harder for smaller vehicles to be able to pick up bales and things like that. So the whole thing is tight up close to the connector. That's kind of the point behind them. And you see you've got the curved section here as well, so it keeps everything as close to the back as you possibly can get it. These you'll find under front loader tools. Like I said, 2 slots each. The barrel grab small has got the option of red or black on the hydraulic rams, and the bale grab Profi Combi doesn't have any options at all. 1047 or 1309. It's a bale grab. I've gone for the smallest of the front loader vehicles. Obviously you might have a tractor with a front loader on it, but just to show that getting right up close in there, lifting it up, there's a little bit of movement. If you tip that back, it moves that bale, no problem at all. Obviously it depends what bales you're moving. It depends what capacity bales, because obviously there are so many different sizes, capacities, weights and kind of things now. You may need to put a rear weight on the back of whatever you're using, but generally speaking that's supposed to work a bit better. So that's the Fliegl tool pack by AgrarDesignAustria. Down onto the field then. And we have this, the garage with sliding doors. This is 8.67 megabytes download. It's by 750 TI-Modding and MichalLS. It's 22 slots, 30 grand to buy. You'll find this under build mode and sheds. Nicely detailed, sliding door, it says, on the end and the sides here. We've got sliding doors across the centre section here as well, and then lighting just there. Look, I found the lighter switch. Makes a change, doesn't it? There we go. Not much else to say about that, really. Nicely detailed, lighting inside. Store whatever you want in it. That's the garage with sliding doors by 750 TI-Modding and MichalLS. Next, we have got the New Holland 300 FP. This is this here. This is 5.24 megabytes download. It's by STv-Modding. It's 5 slots, 3 meters wide. You may be asking, why do we have another forage harvester pickup header? Well, here's the interesting thing. If we go up to our forage harvester headers, standard in game now, we've got this pickup, the pickup 300 class one, Kemper, John Deere and Kroner. But interestingly, and I think it's what the Kemper one is for, is your generic one, because standard in game as far as forage harvesters go, we've got Claas, Fendt, John Deere, New Holland and Kroner. So the Fendt and New Holland don't have their own specific pickup headers. I think that's what the Kemper one's for. So this one's been added in just to give you a bit more for your New Holland, I guess. 20 grand, 3 meters wide. Slot count will come down from 5 to 1. Options available. We can have it standard design or colour, which changes the the blue New Holland logo to black. Then we have main colour yellow or black, so you can mix and match it with whatever you're using it for. We hook up to it, start up. It comes like that. So to use it, unfold pickup, trailer is up, pickup is up. I know I say this every time I use one of these.
back in the day, is it FS15? These pickup headers would do straw as well as grass. So you could do your silage clamps with straw, and it was brilliant. But now they only do grass. So we go. Pickup header. Collects up the swath. Slings out the back. Puts into a trailer. That's what it's for. That's what it does. But we have the New Holland version to go with the New Holland forage harvester. Very nice indeed. The New Holland 300 FP by STv-Modding. I should have driven all the way back down, shouldn't I, rather than walking all the way back. Next we have got the Lizard LW 1015 or 1015, and it's these. This is 1.98 megabytes download, 2 slots on console. It's a 1,500 litre tank that can be 3-point links. So you've got 2 barrels strapped onto this attachment here. 3-point links, you have one front or rear or both, whatever you want to do. It does come with lighting on it as well. You see little taps on there. This will take fuel, it will do water, it will do milk, def. I don't think it does liquid herbicide or liquid fertilizer. I don't think it does. Where's it on my list? This is by Tametsi. Nicely detailed. I've got one on the back in red, that's got fuel in it. That's what I was going to say next as well. It does have a hitch on it there as well, so if you have it on the back, you can still pin hitch trailers onto the back of it, even if you're using it. So if you wanted to just use it as a weight, you can put water in it and just use it as a weight on the back or front, or if you want to. So, you know, you can use it for a practical purpose, or you can use it just for a weight if you want to go down that route. You absolutely can. You can raise and lower it, and that's it, really. This you'll find actually under weights. I did look under animals because it does water and stuff, but it wasn't. There we go. 750, that's all for 1,500 litre. Milk, water, yeah, milk, water, fuel and def. It doesn't do liquid fertilizer or herbicide. Options available. Main colour changes the bottom plate, like that. And the back section, basically the bracket framework. Design colour changes the colour of the drums. And then you've got a license plate option. You can take that off if you want to. You don't have to have the license plate on there. Let's go down to that. Oh, hang on. There we go. So you can take the license plate option off completely if you don't want to have it. There you go. Very handy bit of kit that. Let's lower that down. Detach that. And then we'll lower that one down and detach that. The Lizard LW1015 by Tametsi. Next we have got the Claas CORTO 290FN front mower. It's a 2.9 meter mower. It's 7.9 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. It's by AgrarDesignAustria. We hook up to it. We can L1 and circle, L1 and X to unfold the mower, which does that. But if you do L1, you'll see at the bottom there, right stick side to side. You can manually do that as well if you wanted to. So if you wanted to simulate having to do some repairs on it, you could lift one side up and then come and have a look and then put it back down again. Or, I mean, obviously you can do it just by doing that manually anyway. But anyway, you'll find this. I'm just showing you what's there. Under mowers, the CORTO 290FN 3900. Slot count comes down from 6 to 1. We've got design 1, and this is where the CORTO 290FN logo sits. Design 2, design 3, back to 1. Warning signs, yes or no. Main colour, this does actually underneath, it does the drums that hold the blades. You can see through the gap there. Then design colour does the skirt, so you can have it black, white, yellow or blue. And it mows, as you might expect for a mower. Turn it on. I'll this up. So you see the drums there? You have those green or black, as we saw. And your mows to 2.9 metres. Something to add to the mowing collection. Next we have got, sorry, that's the CORTO 290 FN by AgrarDesignAustria. Takes a while for those to slow down. Next, where are we next? We have this. This is the Lizard Cultivation-Sowing Aggregate by Puszkap, 5.12 megabytes download, 3 slots on console and 3 meters wide. It's a cultivator. The difference between this and some other cultivators, it has a 3-point link, has the bottom lower arms here, and that rod connects to the upper arm, which means if you've got a 3-meter seeder that doesn't have a cultivator, it's not a direct drill, you can attach your 3-meter seeder onto the back of this and run it as a cultivator. And I mean, that has got the power harrow technique on that. Let's just double check that. Did I pick the wrong one? Maybe. I'll get letters. No, it doesn't say this has the ability to direct drill. Those do. Anyway. So, yeah, that. 3 meters wide by Puszkap. You'll find it under cultivators. Sorry, I got sidetracked. 3,900, not too expensive. Slot count will come down from 3 to 1. Options on this: main colour changes the frame, design colour changes the tines and wheels and those kind of things as well. Underneath, hop in. So you can use it as a cultivator on its own if you are a 3-meter aficionado. Shallow cultivating, it's not bringing rocks up or anything like that. But if we want to go back, pick up our seeder as well. Then we cultivate and seed at the same time. How very handy. Very useful indeed. So there we go. That's the Lizard Cultivation-Sowing Aggregate by Puszkap. Next we have got this. This is a nice one. I like this a lot. This is going to see some use definitely on some of my Let's Plays. The Lizard AD7000. 3.13 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. This is by Langreomodding. 42 meter spread width. It will do fertilizer and or lime. 7,000 litre capacity, and it's cheap too for a 7,000 litre. We've got the ones that go on the back of tractors up to sort of 3,900, that kind of thing. 4,000 litres, but 7,000 litres, and it's about the same price, which is pretty cool. It's got a nice little feature as well where this whole thing comes forward, the ladders come out. I'll show you that in just a second. So you can kind of simulate loading it yourself, or just to look inside, or whatever you want to do. That's up to you as well. If we go down to our fertiliser spreaders, so if we look, for example, at the Amazon there, 25 grand for a 3,200 litre, do a 42 metre spread. That one will do fertiliser only, but there are quite a few different modded ones. Go to the end there, 23 grand for a 7,000 litre lime or fertiliser, out to 42 metres. Options, we've got a license plate option and nothing else on that. Let's hop into our electric tractor and I'll show you. So we can change the spread width, L1 and down on our right stick, 42 metres, 36, 30, 21, 18, 15 or back to 42. If I do L1 and right stick side to side, that's cool, isn't it? I mean, yeah. Brilliant. I'm just very impressed with the capacity and the price. 23 grand for a 42 metre fertiliser or lime spreader. Absolutely brilliant. Trail behind so it doesn't put any extra stress or weight on your 3-point link. Fantastic bit of kit that. Very cool indeed. That's the Lizard AD7000 by Langreomodding, which brings me on to the last of the mods for today, assuming, of course, nothing else has popped up since I started doing this, which it has done before. We have got the TLX 48-foot tanker trailer. This is a super tanker. It's by 82 Studio. It's 37.48 megabytes download. 12 slots on console, which is amazing. The price as well is staggering. You can have it in a standard configuration, which even its standard configuration is 67,240 litres. But the fact you can have it with tracks, I mean, there's, TLX mods from 82 Studio, the options available on these things are crazy anyway. If you go for the unreal capacity, 250,000 litres. 250,000 litres. Now, if you're a purist, you don't like things that are unrealistic, you think it's cheating, then just use it in a standard configuration. You don't have to use it in the 250,000 litre. That, of course, is entirely your choice. Top opens up. I'll show you the animation on that in a moment. We've got lights, ring lights around the back of there, which are an option too. There are quite a few options, including the decals, and that kind of thing as well. I'm sure they were blue all the way around. Did I dream that? That's interesting. So, you'll find it under trailers. Look at the price. 21,820. That's all. So in its standard configuration, 67,240 litres for 21,820. That's brilliant. Slot count comes down from 12 to 1. It will carry DEF, water, milk, fuel, herbicide, liquid fertilizer, slurry or digestate. So if you've got a load of slurry, a load of digestate to shift, and you want to do it quickly off camera, or whatever you want to do, it comes in very handy. So we have got options of configuration: standard or unrealistic. The unrealistic only adds on 10 grand. So if you go for the 250,000 litre capacity, still only takes the price at the moment up to 31,820, which is amazing when you think about it. Then we've got wheel brands. I'll swing around the back here. We have got Continental, Phoenix, Trilex, Vintage, Vredestein, Nokian, back to Continental. Continental doesn't have any options, just the ones that are on there. Phoenix, we've got white decal on the inside of the tyres, black decal, chrome decal, white decal spikes, black decal spikes, chrome decal spikes. Heavy duty 2, back to white decals. Phoenix, we've got Trilex style, black, white, chrome, back to Trilex style. Then Vintage, we've got standard, black centre cap, heavy duty, Nokian, long nuts blackened, spikes blackened, and back to standard. Then Vredestein, this is where it gets interesting. We get agricultural 1, 2, 3, crawler track 2, crawler track 3, back to agricultural 1. Then Nokian, we've got agricultural 1, 2, just 1 and 2 on those. I thought it was a 3 as well, so 1 and 2. Now, when we get down the list further, there's the option for fenders, front and rear or both. If you've got agricultural tyres on, it won't give you the option for fenders. So I'm going to put it back onto Continentals just so we can see them. But then we've got special editions. This matches up with the TLX Phoenix lorry. So all the various different options of these. We've got black bell, copperhead, silver bee, sad bell, and back to standard. Illumination, no. Rear ring, which puts the lights on the back there. Work lights, which puts the work lights up the top, or both. Or say both, all. Then we've got warning lights standard, warning signs standard, flammable liquid. Actually, what will change as well? Let me just go down to fenders. Fenders, no. Front fenders, because we need those on for what I'm going to show you next. Rear fenders, so like I say, when you've got agricultural tyres on, the rear fenders don't appear. Plus, if you have the rear fenders or both, then you get the signs come up on the rear fenders as well. So that's why I wanted to do that. So go to warning signs. So we've got flammable liquid, food grade, fresh milk, milk and water, non-flammable gas, flammable solid, danger if wet, inhalation hazard or standard. You don't have to have them on, but if you want to go very specific as to what you're hauling and want to put those on, you can add that bit of immersion on if you want to do it as well. Liftable axle, yes or no. That again, I think with the agricultural ones, or if you've got rear fenders, I don't think you get the option for liftable axle. Vinyls, no or yes. Yeah, that's weird. If you look here, the vinyls are blue and black across the whole thing. For some reason, once I bought it, the top section's blue, the bottom section is black. I don't think it's supposed to have done that. Anyway, fenders we've looked at, attachers, standard at the rear, or we can have a trailer attacher, which has got a PTO shaft on there as well. Then we've got main colour, and as with the 82 Studio mods, usually we have got a ton of, there's chrome options, and then we've got a sort of standard paint option, then you've got satins, and you've got olds, and we'll do the blue, I'll show you. More of a standard flat glossy blue, slightly more matte, very matte, but more almost a silk. And then, well, that's not chromed, is it? But anyway, so you've got all those to choose from. Ton of options on colours. Then design colour does the frame, I think, underneath. Yeah, if we go like for that, for the copper, does the bottom framework. Something that stands out so you can see it. Then rim colour, again, we've got stainless steel, dark steel, aluminium, chrome, polished, chrome affections. Then we've got coppers, and then there's a chrome blackout. I think we'll just go for a, I don't know, polished. There we go, polished on the back there. And license plate option. So a ton of things. Now, I apologise if I've missed an option. Sometimes if you pick one option, it changes some of the other options available. I think I covered them all. I'm pretty sure I covered them all. So, obviously I've gone for the tracks, obviously. Yeah, if you go for tracks, you can't have the fenders as well. And obviously if you go for the tracks, you don't get a lifter black saw because it's got tracks. So it wouldn't do. I've gone for the rear hitch with the PTO, and I've gone for the unreal capacity. Of course I have, because I'm bonkers. If we go for L1 and pump door open by pressing X, hang on, start the engine, that'll be better. It opens again. If you want to go for a bit more immersion, you can open all those. If you're on PC, this is compatible with the manure mod, the manure system by Wopster. So where all the hoses attached, that kind of thing, is compatible if you're on PC. Close it off again, and then bring up to the top, and just go to there. If you open cover, does the rail, opens the hatches. So as you'll see, slurry, water, milk, liquid fertiliser, digestate, herbicide, diesel exhaust fluid, back again. Did I say, oh yeah, digestate was there, so I'm sure it said digestate. Let's go with, well, we'll put some milk in. And I've gone for the Unreal, so this is going to be 250,000 litres while we're doing that. Lights, steering lights in the back. There are reverse lights too. Lights all down the side of the body of the vehicle. It's brilliant. I'm not going to fill it completely. Close the covers. Very, very cool mod. But like I say, you don't have to go super tanker, you can just go standard. But I think even its standard configuration, 67,240 litres is nothing to be sniffed at. Very cool indeed. Another awesome mod from 82 Studio. And that's it for the mods for Monday the 18th of May from me. Something I haven't mentioned in quite a while, and I should have mentioned. I am remiss in my duties. If you are looking for a multiplayer server provider, look no further than Gportal. My Discord server community uses it. We've got 3 maps running on 3 servers through Gportal. So if you are looking for a server, they're very reasonably priced, and they offer great customer support, and you can then adjust your server exactly how you want it to how much you want to pay, but also what you can have running on it at any given time. It doesn't have to be farming simulator. You can do multiplayer servers and all sorts of things as well. There is a ref link in the description if you're interested in picking up a server, and you can get a bit of a discount if you use my ref link. There you go. And I should plug my merch as well, really, shouldn't I? MrSealyp merch is available. There is a link in the description for that as well. Whew. Anyway, I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Lots of pleases. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.